Looking out, say, the next 5 years, where does MetaProp go from here? Like, what's on your horizon as a firm?
I think you touched on it. I think we're seeing a blurring, whether that's a blurring of asset types or a blurring of types of technologies. And so I think where we want to go as a firm, still doing exactly what we do day to day with entrepreneurs and our limited partners, but we want to think about what we do. We want to communicate what we do as effectively. I think you've done a great job of this at Fifth Wall, investing in technologies and innovations that are going to make not just the planet more livable, but make it easier for human life to exist and persist. We're seeing this sort of post-World War II infrastructure and institutions. We're seeing them fraying. We're seeing them disintegrating before our eyes. And we're seeing the planet kind of melting before our eyes too. And so I think what we want to do is talk about our practice, not just in the context of the real estate industry or the construction industry, but communicate what we do as potentially being helpful and impactful to everybody on earth. Even if it's just investing in a company that has a data algorithm to determine which homes, because of weather patterns, are insurable or uninsurable, that is fundamentally helping with affordability issue, right? We have our pillars. We look at affordability issues, we look at resiliency issues, we look at accessibility issues with respect to the built environment. And so where I see MetaProp going is effectively casting a wider aperture in terms of contextualizing what we do and making it more relevant, not just for the industry specific people. We're gonna, obviously we're people of the industry and will remain in the industry. But I wanna be able to make an impact for many different constituent sets while not necessarily changing our investment practice or process. So I think going forward, we're gonna look similar to how we look today. We're gonna be a venture capital manager. We currently have an early stage strategy and a growth strategy. I would like to, in the future, also have a private equity strategy. I think one of the things, spending a lot of time with private equity firms right now, private equity firms, thankfully, are very interested in buying and rolling up proptech companies. So I think having a practice where we're minority investors, but also a practice where we're majority investors and taking control and can sort of marionette the businesses a little bit would be accretive. But ideally with more assets under management, more wins under our belt. But I think the firm will look very similar to what it looks today.